It's almost tax time. If you're looking to get that refund from Uncle Sam, when you can start filing. Sayonara smartphones, why some folks are ditching the latest technology and going old school. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. If you've been wondering how soon you can file your taxes and get that refund, the IRS has set a date, January 29th. That's when the agency will start accepting returns. Now, if you file electronically and there are no issues, the IRS says it can usually issue a refund within 21 days. And starting this week on Friday, IRS Free File will be available to taxpayers. The IRS expects to process more than 128 million individual tax returns by the April 15th deadline. Data from the CDC shows the number of people with symptoms of respiratory illness in the U.S. continues to rise. According to a map from the agency, California is one of 21 states experiencing very high levels of sickness. And even as the numbers grow, it's likely we still haven't reached this season's peak. That doesn't typically happen until February. We may be dealing with freezing temperatures, but right now there are blizzard conditions in the Midwest. We're talking inches of snow with zero visibility. Several roads and schools have already closed, and city officials are urging people to stock up on supplies. Much of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana are under winter storm warnings or advisories. Here in Southern California, snow means a good time for skiers and snowboarders. Check this out. This is drone video sent to us by Visit Big Bear. They got 6 inches of new snow over the weekend. We also have video out of Mammoth, where the resorts say they got at least 9 inches of fresh powder, and there could be a chance of more snow on the way this week. It is definitely chilly out there. Bundle up. Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon to see what we can expect.
Hi, Robin. Here's what I'm tracking. Very cold mornings for the rest of the week, but we'll have 60s by the afternoon. There's a storm approaching our area for the middle of the week. That's going to pick up our winds Wednesday and Thursday and bring us a small chance for some rain and also some mountain snow. But the storm system really is going to be a wind maker, not going to bring much moisture to our area. A high wind watch has been issued for the LA Ventura County mountains and even the Santa Monica mountains out towards the LA County coastline. This is for Wednesday and Thursday. Gusts through this area could get up to 60 and 70 miles per hour, so secure any loose outdoor objects. Stay out of the water in the next few days. We have high surf, plus a potential for some minor coastal flooding at high tide. The temperatures are going to stay cool for the rest of the week. In fact, they're going to dip a little bit more Wednesday and Thursday as that storm brushes our area. Over the weekend and through early next week, the temperatures warm into the upper 60s. Hang in there, everyone. Hold on and stay warm.
Embattled LA City Council member Curran Price has pleaded not guilty to corruption charges. He faced a judge in a downtown LA courtroom Monday. Price is charged with embezzlement, perjury, and conflict of interest. He's accused of voting on projects involving developers tied to his wife's consulting firm and then failing to report those connections.
This is an important process. We're still maintaining our innocence, and we look forward to proving it in a court of law.
The next step in the case is a preliminary hearing unless Price agrees to a plea deal. If convicted, Price faces 8 to 10 years in prison. The defendant who attacked a judge last week by leaping over the bench in Las Vegas was back in court. During Monday's hearing, the judge made it clear that she had not changed his sentence based on the attack and would read the same sentence she prepared last week. During that hearing, the defendant had asked for leniency while describing himself as a person who never stops trying to do the right thing. But when it became clear the judge was going to sentence him to prison time, he did this.
Hey!
The defendant was sentenced to up to 4 years in prison. Now to Decision 2024. It's the final sprint for Republican presidential hopefuls before the Iowa caucus next Monday. Candidates are making their final pleas to voters who are still undecided. For most Republicans in the field, it's a race for second place as polls show Donald Trump as the clear Iowa frontrunner.
You don't defeat Democrat chaos with Republican chaos.
We certainly have a lot of road after that, and we're girded for that long battle.
Meantime, President Biden campaigned in South Carolina. He appeared at the Mother Emanuel Church, where white supremacists killed 9 black worshipers in 2015. The president's visit is part of a campaign push focused on preserving democracy and fighting extremism in America. The Long Beach Rescue Mission is asking for donations after a fire damaged most of their shelter's first floor. Take a look. This is surveillance video from December 22nd. In it, you can see a woman lighting that Christmas tree on fire. Minutes later, the flames start to spread. Long Beach police did arrest the woman and charged her with arson.
Originally, we thought that it was the lights on the Christmas tree, and that's where the fire was located. A few days later, I'm talking with our staff, and one of them was like, yeah, I don't think the Christmas tree lights were on. And so we ran the video footage, and we saw that one of our residents had actually lit the Christmas tree on fire. And what was so disturbing is that that person was still here. And she had slept in the emergency shelter with our other residents and ate with them, prayed with our staff.
47 people who were initially evacuated are now living on the second floor. If you can help, the shelter says it needs clothing and bedding. We're learning more about the mid-air blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. Both Alaska and United Airlines say they found loose bolts on the Boeing 737 MAX 9. That's the plane that had the emergency on Friday night. That model is now grounded. Alaska and United Airlines are the only U.S. airlines that fly it. The question now is whether other planes are potentially at risk.
We need to first and foremost figure out what happened here on this aircraft. If we have a bigger system-wide or fleet issue, we will issue an urgent safety recommendation.
Between Alaska and United, 171 planes are grounded. They're canceling hundreds of flights a day while the investigation continues. The new year marks a new beginning, and for many of us, it's a time to set resolutions, but sticking to those goals can be tough. I know, right? Eun Yang looks at the most common resolutions in 2024 and advice from experts on ways to create healthy habits that last.
2024 marks a fresh start and a time to bring about real change. According to a survey by Forbes Health, the most popular resolutions this year have to do with fitness and finances. Nearly half of people polled said they're focusing on working out more in the new year, and nearly 40% said they wanted to save money and improve their finances. And more than a third of people said they're focusing on improving their mental health in 2024. Other resolutions are to quit smoking, learn a new skill, and improve work-life balance, and to travel more. No matter what your resolution is, it can be hard to keep as the days and weeks go on. Dr. Stacy Neal is a psychiatrist with Kaiser Permanente and says to be successful, you have to be specific.
Some great ways to help you stick with a resolution is to have a SMART goal, a resolution that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. The goal to want to improve your mental health is not really measurable, or you can't really track whether or not you're doing well in that or not. But if you had a specific activity like, let's say, meditation for 5 minutes a day towards improving your mental health, well, you can check that box off every day. I would also say, don't give up too soon. I think a lot of us, we get really excited at the beginning of the new year, and then by February, we've kind of fallen off. I think we have to think of it as a lifestyle change and not just a quick fix. Getting some accountability, have a friend join you on this habit change, and you can kind of keep each other on track.
Willem Dafoe was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Willem Dafoe!
The 68-year-old actor has appeared in more than 100 films and received 4 Oscar nominations, including supporting actor in Platoon. Actors Patricia Arquette and Pedro Pascal joined Dafoe at the ceremony Monday.
He redefines the concept of rebel and originality by making it about generosity, integrity, kindness, and fun. Willem is a good time.
It's real humbling to be here and to be part of this.
This ceremony came 1 month after the release of his latest film, Poor Things, which got the Golden Globe Award Sunday night for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Congratulations. We are now less than 200 days until the Paris 2024 Olympics. French President Emmanuel Macron launched the countdown Monday as the country prepares to host the Summer Games for the first time in 100 years.
Le sang des Jeux Olympiques et Paralympiques.
In a video posted on social media, Macron was next to a punching bag, urging the French public to get more involved in sports in honor of the games. Chances are we all had one, a flip phone. Then came the smartphone. But now there's a growing movement to ditch the smartphone and go old school. Some say it gives them a much-needed break from the social media craze.
I just noticed that I was getting really addicted to checking apps like Instagram mostly.
Do you have any desire to go back to a smarter phone?
No, I don't think I ever will. My mind just feels a lot clearer and I just feel more present.
Some people are simply holding on to their older phones longer because new phones are pricey. Plus, these days, phones last longer. A 92-year-old man recently went on a record-breaking hike. Guinness World Records has confirmed Alfredo Bordillo is the oldest person to cross the Grand Canyon rim to rim on foot. That's right, he made the trek back in October, beating the previous record set in 2019. Alfredo told Guinness he has hiked the Grand Canyon a number of times and that he and his wife used to travel there when she was alive, so he tries to revisit the places they went together. To break the record, Alfredo hiked for more than 21 hours. He said he was very tired after the first 5 hours, but after a 15-minute break, he felt strong again and continued on. Alfredo says he only started living a healthy lifestyle when he was 76. And for him, that includes 3 things: eating well and drinking water, walking for 30 minutes a day, and sleeping for 8 hours a night. Very, very inspirational. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.